Is the Rumpus still there, yeah?
I'm still here, amazingly. I'm still here. Yes, Riley hasn't sniped me, amazingly.
Oh, well, but listen, before you snipe him...
I've never sniped anyone.
Did you hear my position?
Yeah, Mark, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You've got a phenomenon, you've observed a force, and you said there's a force there. The force.
But you haven't observed the apple
I've
grow in the
interrupted
tree.
me.
Hold on, give him 5 seconds.
Grows up in the air. You know, magic makes them fall.
Jimbo, please.
Please let Rumpus finish his sentence. Please let him finish. Please.
Go ahead, Rumpus.
Right, Mark has observed a phenomenon. So if you put a scales, for instance, he noticed that if he gets on some scales, the scales are a force meter. They measure force. He notices when he gets onto them, there's a force there. He also notices he feels that on his muscles and things. There's a force acting on them. And he's got He's got experimental data with scales that he can observe a force registered by a force meter. That needs explaining. So he's absolutely 100% right. It only acts in one direction, doesn't act left or right or up. It just acts down. And Mark has got a phenomenon. He's got a means of measuring it, and he's absolutely correct. So Riley, who goes on about having to explain...
Hold on, Rumpus, hold on. Rumpus, please. Rumpus, hold on, Jimbo. Right, you've made your assertions. Before you start representing what Anthony's got to say about it, you've been asked, what's the phenomena?
The phenomena is the registration on the force meter of scales.
Sorry, I missed that. Sorry. I was saying hello to P. Mars. Sorry. Say that again.
Right. The phenomena is the registration on the force meter, which is the scales, of the force that it is measuring.
That's not a naturally observed phenomena. You're getting on a man-made piece of equipment. So that's not a natural phenomena.
So what?
Well, it's not a natural phenomena.
Okay, you could stand on various sorts of tomatoes if you like.
Sorry, we are in science, Rumpus. Hold on.
No,
Can I just respond? Can I respond, or are you going to talk continually? We observe the natural world, not man-made scales. That's not an observed phenomena. If you're trying to be scientific and observe the natural world, a scale is not that, Rumpus.
Science is about observing the physical world, and observing forces with a force meter is perfectly valid. Are you saying you ignore scales?
Sorry, you're presupposing the cause. We are asking for the phenomena, not the measuring tool, the phenomena. And you're saying the measuring tool is the phenomena. No, it isn't.
No, I'm not.
So what's the phenomena again? What's the phenomena?
Rumpus, try again, but don't use the scales.
Well, no, scales are fine. They're a force measuring device.
So the scales are the phenomena.
No, they're not.
Well, tell me what the phenomena is then. Hold on, Jimbo.
The measurement of the phenomena, yes. If you want it's not actually the cause of the phenomena or anything. It's just simply the means of measuring it.
No, the phenomena is the effect, Rumpus. So we are trying to establish the effect. That's the phenomena.
Okay, and it measures that effect.
No. It measures the effect that you're presupposing. You're begging the question.
No, it doesn't. You're simply measuring something.
Yes, and you presuppose a force.
No, it measures force. That's what it does.
No, that's presuppositional. You're measuring the weight with a man-made tool. You have no man-made phenomena. The effect of what happens to a scale is not an observed phenomena.
Of course it's an observed. I can observe it, you idiot.
You're observing what happens on a scale, right? A measuring device for weight. And then you're attributing a cause, which is gravity.
No, I'm not. Not yet. That's the second stage. The first stage is to observe the phenomena. And the phenomena is a force measuring device called scales, measures a force. So there's a force there. So that's job number one.
Okay, no problem. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. So can you put that into a hypothesis for me, please?
No, hang on, Nathan.
No, don't hang on. Hold on, please. I'd like Rumpus to formulate that into a hypothesis, please.
Right. The effect, the dependent variable, is the measuring, which is returned by the measuring device of the scales.
So let me just get this correct. Hold on, one step at a time. So the observed phenomena is scales. So
it's the value that the scales.
So if something, then scales. That's the effect.
No, the number the scales returns.
Sorry, so the number on a man-made device is your observed phenomena.
Correct.
This is nonsense. We're talking about the natural world, not a device made by man. Look at what science is. Look at what the natural world is. You are a buffoon. This is not an observed phenomena. Just like the Cavendish experiment also has no observed phenomena. You are simply begging the question. That is all you are doing. And then you are going to talk continually over the top of me. And call me names.
I'd like to suggest an alternative phenomena. Can we just say that the phenomena is that if you drop an object, it appears to go down?
You can have that, but it's much easier to say what's the force applying to that object. So if you put it on some scales, you can actually measure
Your fingers in your body.
That begs the
food
question.
that you ate
No, it
that
doesn't.
picks
It's
up
just
whatever
measured
you're
with a force
dropping.
meter. The
You're
scales are just
ignoring
a
yourself
force meter.
and
There's no
releasing potential
presupposition.
energy.
There's
There is no force
There's no presumption
slowing
of
it down.
gravity.
It's just
There's
you
no
giving
presumption of
something
gravity.
energy
All we're saying is,
and releasing
on a
it.
force meter, what do we see when we put something on a force meter? We see the force meter returning a value. That's no presupposition.
Sorry, hold on, Jimbo, hold on. Let's just hear.
There are no presuppositions at all. The force
Let's hear the
meter,
full
which is the
hypothesis
scale,
then.
returns a value.
Can you stop talking? Let's hear the full hypothesis. If what, then what?
Right. If I place something on a force meter we call scales, it will return.
Hold on. Sorry, you've now substituted the dependent variable for the independent variable. So if scales would be an independent, not a dependent variable, therefore not a phenomena. So you have substituted your independent variable for the dependent variable.
No, you got it wrong. The dependent variable...
You started by saying if scales. Well, that is, according to you, your phenomena. So the cause of the phenomena, the cause being the independent variable, of the phenomena, the dependent variable, which you claimed was the scales. So you have now substituted one for the other. Okay, this is a logical fallacy. You are begging the question. It is simple. We have pointed it out, and all you're going to do is talk continually over the top of me. You're now talking continually over the top of me.
But you just lied. You just lied about. I said the dependent variable was the value returned by the scales. I've never ever said anything else. And you...
Yes, you did. Yeah. Then you said if the value on scales. So therefore, if is your independent variable.
No, you've got confused.
No, I'm not confused. I know the difference between a dependent variable, which is the phenomena, and the independent variable, the thing you will change. And you're going to be changing something on a scale, a man-made device.
As I said before, the value on scales is the dependent variable. I've never said anything else. If you just
so a value on a scale is an observed phenomena, is it? So people go out into the world and observe values on scales, a man-made device. This is the biggest load of horse crap I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, you're an idiot if you think that doesn't...
No, I'm not an idiot. I understand what science is, and I understand what an observed phenomena is. I understand what a phenomena is, and it absolutely, unequivocally will not include what happens on a scale, a man-made device.
Let me get this right. You do not think the measurement of the scales and the values it returns...
Give me the hypothesis again. Just give me the hypothesis in its full form.
Okay, I'll keep on trying to interrupt me. Right, here we go again. The dependent variable is the value returned by the scales. The independent variable is what I place on the scales. Is that okay? There you go. It's quite simple.
So explain the hypothesis. Give me the full hypothesis.
Right. The hypothesis is that the Earth attracts the thing you've placed.
Hold on. You're introducing new factors. You've just told me about the weight of something you put on a scale and the measurement the scale gives. Why are you now talking about Earth? We've got an independent and a dependent variable. Why are you now talking about Earth?
Well, I'm telling you I'm telling you, obviously, when the...
You're just stuttering. I've got your independent variable. I've got your dependent variable. Now put it into a hypothesis.
The hypothesis includes the cause. Right. So the
cause is the weight of the thing you put on the scale according to you and your buffoonery of a non-scientific hypothesis. A hypothesis is a scientific prediction. So your prediction will be what the cause is of the effect. The effect in this case being the number on a man-made scale.
Right, and the cause of the value on the man-made scale, this is irrelevant, this man-made, is the amount of mass you've placed on the scale.
So mass is your cause. Nothing to do with gravity, your independent variable. The cause is the mass.
And the attraction of it...
Excuse me, let's not talk about any of the bullshit that you're now going to assert on top of your cause, which is the single independent variable, if it is to be presumed to be scientific, which it is not, because you don't have a valid observation. You don't have a valid phenomena. So your science is pseudo-science. It is nonsense. And if it was to be presumed to be true, your independent variable is mass, not gravity. You just told us.
You understand that there's always two factors in something. So, for instance, force is equal to mass times acceleration. So you've got mass.
Yeah, you're just giving me a load of word salad, which I'm not interested in. We've gone through your hypothesis, and you have established that the cause is mass. That's what the cause is, according to your crappy, non-scientific, non-formulated correctly, observed phenomena, scientific nonsense. It's bullshit. It's pseudoscience. It doesn't give you anything to do with gravity. You gave me the independent variable. It was mass. That's your cause, mate. Mass. That's your cause. Mass.
No, because you have two.
Oh, right. So your independent variable, the cause, in the cause and effect relationship you've described, is not the cause, right, Rumpus? According to you, it's not the cause now. Why are you talking in doublespeak, you complete buffoon? You obviously don't understand science because you're a moron.
You have two things in force times mass times is equal to...
Really? Well, in science, we have an independent variable, the thing you will manipulate as a researcher to cause the effect. And the thing that we are having to manipulate in this instance, the independent variable, is simply mass. Nothing more, nothing less, according to you. That is what we have. Mass is the independent variable.
Nathan. You have more than one variable, Nathan. We've got two here, the mass of the Earth and the mass of the object.
Oh, really? Well, in science, we have an isolated, independent variable, you complete thicko. Clearly, Rumpus doesn't understand science. Otherwise, what's going on? Why are people getting muted? Don't mute anybody. Rumpus wants to talk continually over the top of me. Eventually, you'll get kicked out.
Two things, Nathan. There's the mass of the Earth and there's the mass of the object you place on the scales.
Oh, right. So you don't have an independent variable then. You seem to have two variables. You're not capable of isolating one of those variables. Therefore, it's not science, mate. You don't have an independent variable. You've got two things at play, unfortunately. Mass and the Earth's gravitational force that you presuppose. So, unfortunately, you don't have science here, Rumpus. You have nonsense. You have word salad. And you have presupposition. All you can do is beg the question. And if you continue to just talk non-stop, I'll kick you out. So I strongly suggest you shut up or you're just going to get kicked out, Rumpus. Stop talking. You're talking absolutely continually.
I'd like to talk to Rumpus. Rumpus.
Hello.
Hi, Rumpus. Hi.
Oh.
So I'm in the same position that I was with Mark. So you and I are on an island and we're having a coconut drink, and we're discussing the coconut falling from a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick it up, and I say, I feel the weight, this, that, and the other. This is why it fell.
So you feel a force, right? Good. Yeah.
I feel the weight of the coconut.
Weight is a force, yeah.
Okay.
Weight is not a force.
Weight is a force. Look, any definition.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on.
No, weight is not a force.
Weight is a force. Look at any definition you'd like to look at. Weight is a force. Mass is not.
Okay, hold on. Please hold on.
Let me. Weight.
I can ask. Let me just add Rumpus. Okay, so. Weight is a force.
Correct.
Okay. So would you feel comfortable? Would you say mass is a force?
No, mass is not a force.
Okay, I just wanted to understand the clarification.
Can I ask?
People don't understand that, unfortunately.
No.
Let him finish his point.
Let me just. My question.
Do coconuts grow in trees?
Let him finish his question. Let him finish his question.
Coconuts grow in trees.
Let him finish his question.
Rumpus, you do not run this hangout. Stop rumpusing the hangout. If you do it again and tell people on this panel what to do, you'll be ejected.
Well, I'm being interrupted by some other
I don't care. I am in control of this hangout, not you. If you tell people to go ahead, I will eject you. This is my hangout. Shut your mouth.
Okay. That's fine. I'm being asked a question.
Rumpus. So you and I are having this discussion. You have to assume that we don't have any exposure to modern science. So we're just two blokes talking.
Yep. Fine.
Okay. How do you offer an alternate explanation other than the simple weight of the coconut for why it fell? Where would you get your information?
Well, that's correct. The weight, which is the force of gravity acting on the coconut, is weight.
No, that's just a presupposition that you have now inserted, Rumpus. How many times do I tell you not to beg the question here?
Listen to me,
Rumpus. An observation that the force you feel on the coconut is something you can measure observable, just like Mark was talking about. So you can start off just with that, saying, I observe a force acting on the coconut. Then you try and explain why that happens. So first of all, you just simply make the phenomenal observation.
Okay,
force
ready?
acting on the coconut. Thank you.
Okay.
But I don't observe a force. I don't observe a force. What's the force I'm observing? Sorry. What's the force I'm observing in this coconut example? There's no scales here, is there?
Okay,
so what force?
You can use your arm as scales.
Sorry, we're not looking at scales. We're looking at a coconut. Where's the force?
You can hold the coconut, and the force acting on your arm is the same as acting on the scales.
Oh, so I've got to pick the coconut up?
Well, no, you could put it on the ground. You could have the coconut resting. You could have your hand on the ground and have the coconut on your hand.
Okay, so the coconut's on the ground resting. Show me the force.
Well, if you say you want to use your arm as the force measuring device...
The coconut is on the ground as stipulated by you. That's one of the scenarios you gave. Show me the force that we are going to measure.
You can't show force, just like you can't show pressure.
According to you, we can. We can show the phenomena of it on a scale.
Only through the effect it has. Just like you can't see wind or air. You have to have things that measure these things.
Yes, the effect would be the phenomena.
Device.
The effect would be the phenomena. I've got a coconut on the ground and I'm asking you to tell me what that phenomena is.
Well, if you haven't got a measuring device on it, then you're just looking at it.
Sorry, a coconut on the ground, Rumpus, is a concrete noun. There is no phenomena.
Well, there is. It's an observation.
An observation of a coconut is a concrete noun.
Well, if I put it on a measuring device, it will.
Sorry, if we put it on a measuring device, then we are doing something. What is the phenomena? The coconut is on the ground. Stop. You're right. You're getting kicked out. You're just talking over me constantly.
Get your tenses right.
You don't have a phenomena. You dick.
You are. You got visual.
You're stuttering because you are a moron. Stuttering Rumpus.
That's a phenomenon.
Yeah, you're just talking over me non-stop. Goodbye.
He ruins every conversation, doesn't he?
No, he comes to beg the question and basically assert that there's a force there. I say, what's your observed phenomena? We're looking at a coconut on the ground, and he says, you can't observe a force.